I got into graph more than anything when I was young, trying to figure out getting into the art world. Mom always wanted to take me into like the galleries, but I was into like breakdancing and hip hop. The people I saw in galleries and the people that were in galleries, I never saw like myself. Streaks and markers and the sketchbook getting down, so I always wanted to get on walls. At the time I just thought it was just painting on walls. I didn't know what it was actually called. So junior high school I found out that it was actually graffiti. Got into a tag crew called Nothing But Trouble back in '88. Once ninth grade hit, I left the cans alone. But I think it was more so because my graffiti crew turned into a gang. Me being from Missouri, I was never into gang banging. I had to get out of tagging because the crew I was with turned to tag banging. Now my crew that I'm not hanging with, I picked up brushes, and I've been with the brushes since. Trying to be what they consider a contemporary artist, or a person that can make it into the galleries, so I can change the face of what's in galleries.
I was invited to be part of this exhibition to create art before they start the renovations. A space here in downtown LA in the Arts District that's being renovated and going to become an arts hotel. When I was first invited, I kind of hesitated, but I thought this was a good opportunity. About this is a community event, and so I said, okay, I accepted the invitation, and I said, let me figure out what I can do. You know, I figured if I was going to do something in the room, that it should be something meaningful and something that can help someone else out.
I went overseas. When I came back from overseas, I found out once I hit America that I was considered black. Over the water, you're not considered black, you're just a human. So once I came back to America, the categories and the box and stipulations hit me. I got real weak on considering what they looked at as me, as a black man. I said, fuck the world.
We're right here in the middle of the Arts District, Skid Row all around us, people living on the streets. And I said, you know, those people should be in the rooms. You know, they're the ones that need a home, they need a place. So I started thinking about that and how I can do something that could be positive and really be helpful towards the community. So I came up with this idea to do an art performance where instead of me being the artist and showing off my work, I was going to give my room to a local artist.
I moved to California when I was 3 or 4 years old. I didn't major in art in school. I majored as a math major and art minor. I played ball in college, so I really didn't do a lot of art in school. I was really attacking my basketball dream. Art is something that always stuck with and it separated me from people.
I contacted my friend General Jeff. He's been a long-time activist down here in Skid Row. And I asked him, I go, man, I need your help because I want to get an artist who I can support by giving him my room in this hotel and let him create his artwork and let him get the shine of being in this place, you know? And right away he was like, oh man, I got the guy for you, you know? I said, let's do it.
I just feel art can change the world. Travel the world doing art, I think more people will be accepting towards me. After college and my overseas thing, I ended up in Skid Row as a drug dealer. I started selling drugs in 1999. I went straight to the street and grabbed me a tent. Since I community organized on Skid Row, like the last 10 years, I've been an organizer. Started trying to reteach myself because the way I was taught was a different way. Kind of gets me upset a little bit. So that's kind of what my piece is going to represent, of not being self-taught. It had me on Skid Row as living and being homeless at the moment. What's taking it a minute is I'm looking for a place that I can have as a live workspace, like I want a studio. And that's what I implement with me staying on the street is I do have my studio and I have a place where I can stay.
Not only was he a dope artist, he knows the scene. He's multi-talented, not just a visual artist, but all kinds of disciplines, from hip-hop music to poetry to painting and graphics.
There's barriers, like I don't need to know language, anything in that fashion. If I can just come with the art from that point, I think I can be taught how to communicate and move in the world.
Originally, I wanted it to be a 24-hour residency so he could sleep and work here. That would be the ultimate. He's been taking full advantage, you know, being here like as many hours as he can, all day long, all night long, and he's busting. I can't wait till the installation is complete. It's my performance piece. A man won the assistant to ShowzArt. That's what it's about.
If I can produce my art, I just feel more love will come my way.